Dan Hogan as the last interview for the Texas Cheese Tour. Dan is a home cheesemaker, and I want to know, what is the first thing people ask you when you tell them that you make cheese?
Wow, really? You can do that? I get a lot of people that are just shocked and amazed, and they want to know, oh, you can do that? How do you do that? How long does it take? Is it a lot of work? What kind of cheese do you make? And then they'll insert their favorite cheese, and it'll be cheddar, or it'll be mozzarella, or whatever. And so then I'll start telling them, yeah, I've made cheddar, I've made mozzarella, I've made cream cheese, I've made burrata, I've made Gruyere, I've made Appenzeller, I've made Emmentaler, Edam. I'm running low on my list. I know I've made a bunch more. Of course, I've made various jalapeno cheddars, and I even made a jalapeno goat cheddar that was really rather tasty and nice. It's very exciting when people find out that, oh my gosh, people can make cheese. You don't have to be some kind of wizard, or you don't have to be some kind of industrial whatever it is, that real people can make real cheese.
So tell me, when did you start making cheese at home?
Well, it was about 3 years ago. It was in 2010. I've always loved to cook, and I like cooking eclectic things, and specifically I was interested in making some Indian food, some Indian dishes, and I make a pretty good palak paneer, which is a kind of a curried spinach sauce with lumps of this Indian cheese called paneer in it. And so I went to the store that I usually buy the paneer in, and they were out. And so I went to another store, and they were out. And I never did look to see if it was some kind of festival. I just was depressed because I couldn't get the paneer, and without the paneer, no palak paneer. And I went home, and I was sulking, and then I thought, I wonder how hard it is to make paneer. So I looked it up on the internet, and it turns out that it's really surprisingly simple. If you've got some muslin cloth and some lemon juice and an oven and milk, you can make paneer.
Did you make paneer?
No, I haven't made paneer yet. That's the funny part, is that I was reading up on it and going, wow, this looks actually pretty easy. I could probably make some paneer, and in a couple of days I could have it pressed and ready to go. And then I went, well, if paneer's easy, I wonder how you make other kinds of cheese. So I looked up cheddar. How do you make cheddar? Okay, so it uses something called rennet that I don't normally have lying around the house, and it uses certain bacterial cultures, and I could see that you could get the cultures by using a good buttermilk or yogurt, although those aren't the classic specific bacteria for cheddar. But I figured, hey, this would be pretty easy, so I need to get some supplies. So I found Ricky Carroll's cheesemaking.com, New England cheesemaking company, and she supplies wonderful ingredients, equipment, materials, etc. for people who are interested in making cheese and don't want to buy a great big gallon of rennet, which would be enough for a rather large cheesemaker for a year. So she breaks them down into little units and sells them to the homeowners. And so I placed orders for the cultures and the rennet and some other things, and then I ordered her book, and but in between time I went ahead and made some cream cheese using some yogurt and some milk. The yogurt is the supply of the cultures, and it turned out pretty tasty, and just ordinary grocery store milk. Eventually the other supplies showed up, and I was able to make a little bit nicer type of cheese, and I decided I wanted to get a cheese press, and I got online and I found this real cheap little thing, and it worked. I made a cheddar out of just ordinary white milk from the grocery store. But it came out kind of looking like a half melted candle because the press was kind of sloppy and kind of sideways, and it didn't really do a good job. So I decided to splurge because by this time I was hooked. I was totally hooked. And so I got on to cheesemaking.com and I ordered their best cheese press, which Ricky demonstrates on some of her videos. Very easy to disassemble and clean and put back together and do what you need to do. Love it. It's a great press. So I started making a bunch of different types of cheeses and buying different additives, and for a few of the cheeses I went ahead and used annatto, which is a natural coloring agent that gives it that orange color. But after a while I started feeling like that was cheating somehow, and but without it, the pasteurized homogenized milk you buy in the grocery store makes a white, stunning white cheese, and it's kind of off-putting to make a cheddar that's that shocking white. But eventually I got a little better, and I bought some real milk.
Where did you find the milk?
Well, I drove down to Cleburne. It's about 35 miles from where I live. And there was this little farm, and they had a mixture of cows. They were mostly Holstein, but it was raw milk. You buy it from the farm. It's not processed in any way. They milk it, they very hygienically package it, and then they sell it to you. Very tasty stuff. Has this lovely creamy color to it instead of that shocking white. And makes a cheese that has a very nice texture, dense, and a really good mouthfeel because it's got whole fat in it.
Is it good for the harder cheeses or softer, or does it matter?
This one was good for both. It was probably not enough cream in it for some of the double creams, the bries, and so forth. It probably wouldn't have been quite enough for that. I suppose you could have add some cream, but that turned out to be a very good thing. And then I found out about some of the other dairies around here, and so I started trying some others. And a friend at work, his mother has goats, and he brought in some goat's milk for me one time, and it had been frozen, so I knew it was going to be a little bit difficult to make the cheese with it. So I made half and half cheese where I mixed cow's milk with the goat milk to give it structure. But it was a very good goat milk and made some wonderful cheeses. I made a feta cheese out of that and gave it to him to take home to his wife because he told me that she loves feta cheese, and he tried it and he thought it was really good, and his daughter tried it and she thought it was really good. His wife wouldn't eat it because she's real picky and doesn't eat stuff from other people's kitchens unless she can inspect the kitchen. I've made a lot of different kinds of cheeses and have enjoyed it very much.